They laughed when I pulled up in this. Called it junk. A rusty, old beat-up car. But what they didn't know. This junk is worth millions. And when I revealed its true value, and then told them I owned the very ground their fancy dealership stood on, their jaws hit the floor. You won't believe what happened next. You pull up to a gleaming high-end car dealership, the kind with polished marble floors and salesmen who look like they stepped out of a fashion magazine. You're driving your pride and joy, a beat-up, rusty, seemingly ancient muscle car that's more Bondo than original paint. As you park, the contrast is so stark it's almost comical. Inside, you're looking for a specific part, something rare and expensive for your junk car. The salesman, initially polite but dismissive, can barely hide their snickers. One, a particularly smarmy individual with a Rolex that probably cost more than your house, actually asks if you're lost. "Sir," he says, a smirk playing on his lips, "this isn't the junkyard. Perhaps you're looking for the used car lot down the street." You just smile, a slow, knowing grin that doesn't quite reach your eyes. "Actually," you reply, your voice calm, "I'm exactly where I need to be." You ask for the parts manager, ignoring the condescending looks. When the manager arrives, you inquire about a specific, incredibly rare, and outrageously priced component. The manager, surprised you even know about such a part, informs you it's not in stock and would have to be special ordered, a process that could take months and cost a small fortune. The smarmy salesman, who's been hovering, chimes in, "Why bother, old man? You'd spend more on the part than that heap of yours is worth." That's when you decide it's time to drop the first bomb. "You know," you say, turning to the salesman, "this heap you're so quick to judge? It's a 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona. One of only 503 ever made. And this particular one, it's got a documented racing history, a championship title, and belonged to a very famous driver." The smirks begin to falter. The manager's eyes widen slightly. It's been painstakingly restored, piece by piece, to its original glory. Every scratch, every dent tells a story. And its current market value? Let's just say it's north of $2 million. Silence. The kind of silence where you can hear a pin drop, if that pin were made of pure gold. The smarmy salesman's face goes from condescending to a shade of pale green. The manager, a true car enthusiast underneath all the corporate polish, is now staring at your car with a newfound reverence, almost awe. He starts asking questions, real questions, about the restoration process, the engine, the history. You answer patiently, enjoying the sudden shift in atmosphere. But you're not done. Oh no, not by a long shot. You've got another card up your sleeve, an ace that's about to turn their world upside down. As the manager is gushing about the rarity of your Daytona, you casually mention, "Speaking of valuable assets, I understand this dealership is looking to expand. You've been trying to acquire the adjacent block, haven't you?" The manager, startled, confirms that they have, but the current owner has been exceptionally difficult to negotiate with. "They're holding out for an astronomical price," he explains, "and frankly, it's putting a real strain on our expansion plans." You lean in, a mischievous glint in your eye. "Funny you should mention that," you say, pulling out a set of keys, not for your Daytona, but a different, more substantial-looking set. "Because, as it happens, I own that block. Every single square foot of it." You drop the keys onto the manager's desk with a soft clink. The sound is deafening in the sudden, complete silence that follows. The smarmy salesman looks like he's about to faint. The manager stares at you, then at the keys, then back at you, his mouth agape. "Yes," you continue, enjoying every second of their stunned expressions, "I purchased that land years ago. It was a good investment. And now, you see, you need something from me. Something very important." You pause for dramatic effect. "And I need that part for my junk car. So, I propose a trade. That rare, expensive part, expedited and delivered to my garage by tomorrow morning, free of charge. In exchange for the deed to that block." The manager, recovering from his shock, scrambles to make it happen. The smarmy salesman is practically bowing, profusely apologizing for his earlier rudeness. You simply shake your head, a wry smile playing on your lips. "It's all right," you say. "You learned a valuable lesson today. Never judge a book by its cover, or a car by its rust. And never, ever, assume you know someone's worth." You get your part, of course. And they get their block. You drive off, leaving a trail of dropped jaws and newfound respect in your wake, your $2 million junk car purring contentedly. And that, folks, is the story of how a little rust and a lot of patience turned a few sneers into pure shock. If you enjoyed watching them eat their words as much as I did, make sure to hit that like button. And for more incredible stories where appearances are deceiving and the underdog always wins, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.